Kendall Roy is back, with a vengeance. If you love Succession as much as we do, you've probably been celebrating the good news. The third season of the HBO hit will start on October 17th. After receiving a total of 9 statuettes at last year's Emmy Awards ceremony, the satirical drama has become everyone's favorite show. The COVID-19 pandemic delayed the release of its third installment, forcing all viewers to wait for 2 whole years until the eagerly anticipated arrival of more episodes. The holdup was especially difficult, given that the second season's cliffhanger finale had us all right on the edge of our seats. We're sure you're probably dying to know what patriarch Logan Roy will do to get back at his son Kendall after being exposed as the merciless tyrant we all knew he is. The return of Succession is especially good news for the fans of the series' central fight for power between both Logan and Kendall. The third season promises to show them finally engaging in a brutal battle, which will decide the future of Waystar Royco and possibly destroy the Roy family forever. Let's not forget that, despite all the business talk, at its core, Succession is the unflinching portrait of a dysfunctional family. And nothing illustrates it better than Logan and Kendall's toxic love-hate relationship. Of course, that relationship would be much less engaging if it weren't for American actor Jeremy Strong's stellar performance as Kendall Roy. It is thanks to Strong's sensitivity as a portrayer that we understand Kendall's descent into moral failure and his eventual transformation into his father's spineless puppet. One thing is for sure, after his character finally breaks free from Logan's control, Jeremy Strong will have more chances than ever to show off his skills as a performer. Before the third season finally sees him take a shot at sitting on the throne, let's take a minute to find out how Strong became one of the most celebrated actors on TV right now. Keep watching to find out 5 things you probably didn't know about Jeremy Strong. Oh, and after you're done watching, don't forget to click on the like and subscribe buttons to show your support for our channel. We've got a lot more content coming, so make sure you also hit the bell icon. That way, you'll get a notification every time there's a new video available. It's the best way to stay up to date on your favorite TV and film stars. Number 5. Humble origins, Broadway, and the Toyota Cressida trick. Convincingly playing someone like Kendall Roy wouldn't be an easy feat for any actor, considering very few of us get the chance to live the life of a super rich media mogul's son. This applies to Jeremy Strong too. He was born to a middle-class inner-city Boston family. His father was a juvenile court clerk and his mother worked as a hospice nurse. Strong studied at a public school, a hugely different environment to the Roys' luxury lifestyle. One of his techniques to get into Kendall's mindset? Treating his TV family yacht like the Toyota Cressida car he used to drive when he was in high school. Despite his relatively humble background, Jeremy must thank his family for leading him on the road to stardom. When he was only 5 years old, his mom signed him up for theater classes and he never looked back. Acting became his main passion and creative outlet right away, so much so that he decided to study theater at Yale University. Although he later switched to English, he kept performing in plays and eventually moved to New York to try his luck. While he was there, he supported himself by working as a waiter and a hotel clerk. Nowadays, Jeremy admits that at a time he struggled to stay hopeful. He had a rough patch where all the roles he could get were for off-Broadway plays. Nevertheless, he persisted, and he finally performed on Broadway in 2008, where he was acclaimed for his role in A Man for All Seasons opposite Frank Langella. After conquering the stage, he decided to become a film actor as well, and started on his way to Hollywood. If there's anything he shares with his character on Succession, it's definitely ambition. Number 4. He was in The Happening and in 4 Best Picture nominees. Even if Strong will always be Kendall Roy to you, chances are you've already seen him in at least one movie. After his first roles in independent films, he began to appear in small but significant parts in big-budget productions. You probably didn't recognize him, but he was the freaked-out soldier in M. Night Shyamalan's infamous The Happening. Whatever you think of the 2008 film, at least Jeremy's performance was good. After blowing his brains out in the most WTF Shyamalan movie ever, he got much juicier parts in a total of 4 Best Picture nominees: Zero Dark 30, Lincoln, Selma, and The Big Short. The last one was directed by Adam McKay, executive producer for Succession, and it was him who suggested that Strong should audition for the show. Now you know, if you have anyone to thank for casting Jeremy as Kendall Roy, it's the guy who directed Step Brothers. Weird, huh? Number 3. He was terminally afraid to do the rap scene. An oil air was key. Come on, you knew we had to talk about the L to the OG. Although you probably know the entire lyrics to Kendall's hip-hop homage to his father, there are quite a few things about it that might surprise you. For one, Jeremy was terminally afraid of doing the rap scene, and in his own words, he unsuccessfully lobbied the show's creator, Jesse Armstrong, to remove it from the screenplay. While the cast was sitting at a table read, the only thing the script said was, "Kendall does a rap," and Jeremy visibly clenched. Eventually, Strong was convinced after seeing a video of Mike Hess, an oil heir, rapping with urban poet Nelly at his 30th birthday party. Hess's performance had the right mix of cringe and some good rapping, so Jeremy decided to give it a go. The short hip-hop song was written by Nicholas Britell, who also composed the amazing theme song for the show. Jeremy rehearsed the tune quite a bit, but he only performed it out loud in front of an audience when the cameras were rolling. That means the mortified reaction to be seen on Succession are the cast's actual response to his rapping, which makes sense, considering we made the same faces as the characters while watching that mess. Despite the scene being embarrassing and the most memorable moment on the series, Jeremy approached it with a love for Kendall's try-hard attitude. We totally get it. Once you see Kendall Roy rapping, you can't help love the guy. After all, he is
playing like a pro, see?
Number 2. His Kendall portrayal is partly based on a famous tennis player. Although Kendall Roy obviously prefers rap to books, Jeremy Strong is very different from his character in that regard. The actor is well known for being a literary buff, and he quotes everyone in interviews, from Shakespeare to Spanish poet Lorca to Bob Dylan, all the way to Meryl Streep and, yes, Matthew McConaughey. Strong actually played opposite McConaughey in Guy Ritchie's film The Gentleman, and he has admitted that the actor's memoir Greenlights is a pretty big inspiration for him as an actor. Strong's love of books is also useful for him when he's preparing for a role. After reading the Succession scripts, Jeremy decided to get into the mind of Kendall Roy by reading Michael Wolff's The Man Who Owns the News, a book about Australian-born American media tycoon Rupert Murdoch. More interestingly, he also devoured famous tennis player Andre Agassi's memoir to be able to understand what it's like to live under a domineering father type. We had heard that the Roys were based on several families, but we never expected his Kendall performance to be linked to a former #1 and gold medalist tennis star. After all, the closest Jeremy has to a sports outfit is his baseball shirt. Number 1. Daniel Day-Lewis, his maestro. Real tear gas and a fart machine. One of Jeremy's earliest jobs on a film set was not as an actor. For a while, he worked as legendary Triple Academy Award winner Daniel Day-Lewis's assistant. If you're not familiar with the acclaimed English performer, he is pretty notable for his devotion to method acting. That means he gets so deep into his role that he becomes the character. When Day-Lewis was filming Lincoln, he made a point to speak to everyone just like Abe would. Even if it sounds a bit nutty, it seems like Strong ripped a few pages from the Sir Daniel Day-Lewis acting book. In the Aaron Sorkin film The Trial of the Chicago 7, Jeremy Strong portrayed Jerry Rubin, a counterculture rebel. Just as Maestro, Jeremy got so deep into the character that he actually begged the actors playing cops to throw him on the ground, and he even asked Sorkin to spray him with real tear gas. Not only that, in line with Rubin's pranking tendencies, Strong installed a fart machine in court to make it seem that the judges were pooting. It kinda makes us wonder what he's done to specifically get into the mind of a drug addict like Kendall, but we're just a bit too afraid to ask. Well, that's our video about the prodigal son of the Roy family, Emmy Award-winning acting genius, Jeremy Strong. You feel there's more to be said? Then go ahead and share your knowledge concerning the show in the comments section below. And remember, the best way to show your support is clicking the like button and subscribing to our channel. While you're at it, remember to hit the bell icon too. You'll get notified every time there's some new content available. We got more Succession news and fun facts coming, so make sure you're the first to find out about them. Thanks for watching, and see you soon!